right, gang. Yellowtail fishing with the mackerel fly line. Now, we have already showed you the yo-yo iron. We showed you the surface iron. Today's show is going to be about fishing live mackerel for yellowtail, which will increase what you catch. You gotta wanna use live mackerel for bait to keep all the smaller fish away from your bait if you're at San Clemente Island, at Catalina, at the Coronados. And if all you want is a yellowtail and you don't want calico bass, you don't want barracuda, you don't want bonita, you want straight yellowtail, you're gonna wanna fish with a mackerel. How big a mackerel? Hey, I've seen yellowtail eat 1.5 pound mackerel, no problem. Gang, they are very territorial. When they see that mackerel swimming around, they're gonna attack it. Groups of them, 5, 6 yellowtail at a time, will attack that mackerel. So we're gonna show you the way I fish a mackerel. Now, we're talking about yellowtail because it's springtime and that's what's going on right now. But you can also fish the mackerel for these giant bluefin out here. You can fish them in the big foamers of bluefin. You can fish mackerel in the big yellowfin tuna. All right, hang on one second, guys. I know you're liking this video and you watch my videos all the time. Look at, most of you don't understand. All of this is available to you in one single format called yoursaltwaterguide.com. You can see exactly how we tie the dropper loop. You can see exactly how we tie on the surface iron, how to fish the yo-yo iron. We can every single thing you see, plus how to fly the kite, how to do every single thing there is to do to catch fish. We cover it all at yoursaltwaterguide.com. Also, white sea bass love mackerel. So the different ways I'm gonna show you to hook this bait will be able to work in all those scenarios, but today we're talking about yellowtail. But this way to hook the bait will work in each and every way. Now, first of all, I'm gonna show you how to butt hook them. Then I'm gonna show you how to nose hook them. Those are the only 2 ways that I will use the mackerel. I'm not gonna collar hook a mackerel, and I'm not gonna hook it in the back unless I'm using the kite and I'm trying to fish a big bluefin. Then I'll hook them in the back. That way that bait's staying right on the surface of the water and you can adjust it up and down, and every time it hits the water, it's fluttering with its tail. That's the time I'll hook the mackerel in the back. But when I'm fishing yellowtail fly line, which means no weight at all, the way I'm gonna hook my mackerel is I'm gonna hook him in the belly. So here, we got a mackerel right here waiting. He's gonna give up his life today for this. Okay, so this is a Spanish mackerel. I love Spanish mackerel for yellowtail. Okay, it's a big Spanish jack. I'm gonna run this hook right through there, right through the meat part of his tail. Not where his butt, not where his anal gland, back a little bit, okay? Then, I'm gonna cast that mackerel out, hooked in the butt. When it hits the water, uh-oh, oh no! We're gonna get a pelican. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Whoa. Woo! Okay, so right now to cast it out there, not a good thing, okay? Because we got the pelicans all here that, show them. The pelicans all think it's feeding time. So that didn't work out very well. But listen, come down here, okay? So I hooked him in the tail, look in there, in the bucket. I hooked him in the tail. So what's this gonna do? When I cast it out there, gang, when it hits the water, the first thing I'm gonna do is start fingering my line back and get the loose line out of the reel. I would love to show you right now, but with all these pelicans, they're gonna eat my little mackerel as soon as it hits the water. I mean, look out here, Franco, we didn't have one. The minute my bait hit the water, we had 4. So, it's gonna be hard for me to show you exactly how to do it, but hey, that's the unique thing about watching us. We're showing you the right way to do it. When this mackerel hits the water, hooked in the tail, if it's a big foamer out there, I cast right on the edge of it, I can jerk on that mackerel's tail and he's gonna go the opposite way and swim right into that school of tuna or school of yellowtail or school of white sea bass. That's why hooking them in the tail is crucial when you're fly lining, okay? I hook him in the tail and I wing him out there. When he hits the water, I give him a little jerk back and then he swims away from me, starts taking off, and normally he's gonna swim right into the mouth of a tuna or a yellowtail. We're talking about yellowtail. Also, when you have him hooked in the butt, he's gonna have more of a tendency to swim down. As you pull on him from up, he's always gonna swim down away from the pull on his butt, because he doesn't know that it's you pulling on it. He thinks it's a fish trying to bite him in the butt. That's why you wanna hook him in the tail. Now, as soon as you add weight to it, if you're gonna fish it on a dropper loop, you're gonna fish it on a sliding sinker, you're gonna fish it with a rubber core, as soon as you add a sinker to it, now you have to hook it in the nose. So if we come here, Franco, back into the bucket, we got our little mackerel. Now we're gonna hook them in the nose, right in front of the eyes. If you look right here, get close, there's a clear spot. We're gonna go right through the clear spot. Now, I know the mackerel loves it when you go through there because he gets so excited. He starts wiggling like he's doing right now. He's going crazy. They love it when you put it in their nose. What's going on right there? It's cartilage, so it's not gonna kill the fish. It's not gonna kill your bait fish if you hook them in the nose. But here's what happens. Leave them in the water, let them. Here's what happens. When you hook them in the nose, when you have a weight on, how many of you have been bit when your bait's sinking? Right when you throw it out there, the bait's sinking, the weight's dragging it down, and it's swimming like a fish. It looks just like a fish when it's swimming. If you hook him in the butt with a weight on, he's gonna get drugged backwards. I've been diving my whole life. I've never seen any fish swim around backwards. I haven't seen it. You may have, but I didn't see it. It doesn't look natural. As soon as you put a weight on, you can no longer hook it in the butt. You have to hook it in the nose. Those are the two ways. There's one other way on the kite. If you're gonna put this little guy out there for a bluefin on the kite, and they eat them all day, every day, you're gonna come right here and hook them right in the back, right in front of the dorsal fin, right here through the back. It's a nice hard spot right there. And then that mackerel is gonna set perfect in the water on the end of your kite. He's gonna set perfect in the water, and he's gonna do that flipping on the water as he's hooked in the back. Why hook him in the back? Because you just want him dapping on the water, and you don't want that tuna to be able to see the line, because if they see the line, they're not gonna eat it. So we hook him in the back, and that way he's just bouncing on the water, tap, tap, and every time he hits the water, he's flickering. It pisses off that tuna, and they scarf him. We've seen yellowtail eat them on the kite. We've seen big calico bass eat them on the kite. Those are the three ways to hook your mackerel when you're fishing for yellowtail. Bluefin, big yellowfin. That is the way. That is your saltwater guide giving you the tips. Look, if any of this made sense, I'll go to the casting part. All that stuff's available at yoursaltwaterguide.com. You can see all of my videos on how to do all of this stuff. We cover every aspect of fishing in Southern California at yoursaltwaterguide.com. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back with you next Tuesday with another cool video on how to fish in California.